السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم للمرة المليون، يعني مع نيوكاسل مع وليد. طبعا احنا قررنا هذه الفترة، قلنا نسوي كل يوم شو. يعني في بطولات عدة، في اليورو، عندنا كوبا أمريكا. فقلنا طبعا نسوي يعني نغير الروتين شوي على بال ما ننتظر احنا تيك اوفر. Welcome everyone in special edition of Newcastle with الوليد with our guest Daniel. Welcome Daniel.
Good afternoon, Al Waleed, and Masa Al Khairi to all those watching in Saudi. Thank you very much.
مساء النور. Thank you Daniel. And don't mind this shirt. I just found Brazil and Holland. I go with Holland. This is what I found in the closest. But hopefully I will get England shirt. I like your shirt, Daniel. It's the original retro one.
Yeah, a retro. Yeah, absolutely.
Remind me of the 2000 and behind.
No, 1990, Italia 1990. Yeah,
wow.
The best showing by an England team since before 2018. But that was a special moment, Italia 90. So but yeah, and especially Mr. Gascoigne. Who can forget Mr. Gascoigne?
Yeah. We call Paul Gascoigne, but the pronouncing. At beginning, we wouldn't say happy birthday to Queen of England. Happy public birthday.
Happy birthday, Her Majesty. Yeah.
Yes.
Many
right.
happy return.
So, how you find the opening game? Did you have a chance to watch it, Italy and Turkey?
Yes, I did. I had to really nip myself thinking, is that Italy playing or is that Spain? Because obviously when you think about Italian football, you think catenaccio, boring defensive football, but the way they were knocking the ball about, it was, you could say, tiki-taka laced with tagliatelle. It was what I would call tagliatelle tiki-taka, the way they were playing it. And one thing, their fullback Spinazzola, he was one of the standout performers yesterday. So yeah, Italy looked good yesterday. I mean, I know it's only the first game, and I think a lot of that's got to do with Roberto Mancini, with obviously his philosophy of playing the game, how he did it at Man City, and it's positive front foot football. And obviously, what I noticed was their front three probably as good as any that are in the tournament. Immobile, Insigne being two of them. I forgot the other one. But yeah, no, Italy were impressive yesterday, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm back with you with what you said about that. Maybe Mancini, he's because used to. This is the advantage of the coach who used to coaching teams, not just national teams. The teams in the special. So they are maybe he learned from all the teams he coached in Italy and other big champion. So I think this is one of the reason. And I was, it's like sometimes it's kind of sad because sometimes we are busy with our life, but when we go and for a big champion like Euro, we see the teams, and you are shocking. Sometimes you said, okay, where are the famous player we know? Where is Del Piero? Where is Totti? So it's like surprise.
Yeah, it was a good team performance because in the past, Italy have been about the individuals, but yesterday it was about the team. Obviously, they've got Immobile there, who used to play at Borussia Dortmund, now doing the business at Lazio, and obviously Donnarumma, an established goalkeeper, and we all know about Chiellini, Luis Suarez's favorite food, but but the way he played yesterday, coming out of defense and playing the ball out, that was like, I was like, what's he doing that far up? It was almost Philippe Albert like, but great performance yesterday by Italy. You can't knock it. First half was a bit cagey, but you expected that. But in the second half, Italy really turned it on. Defo.
Very cool. Maybe it's. I want to ask you what you can tell us about Daniel before we go into England team.
Yeah, about me. I was born 17th of February 1972. I was born in Berkshire, I've seen the photographs and I've seen the typed birth certificate, so it is true. From there, family moved to Birmingham for, well, allegedly, I don't remember that much, but then we moved again to Darlington in sort of mid 70s, and then 78 came to Newcastle, and I've lived here for, I was what, 6 years old, lived here for 43 years. So yeah, and I wouldn't want to move anywhere else. I love the place, and people here are friendly, lovely, and down to earth. And you know, this is home. A shame I wasn't born a Geordie, I admit that. But you know what? You could say I have Geordie citizenship, so I'm an established Geordie citizen now. So that to me counts for.
Very cool. So, do you think England is ready? Are ready?
Well, as ready as they'll ever be. One thing I will say is there's a couple of tricks missed. Well, one trick being James Ward-Prowse. You know, one thing that stood out of the last friendly against Romania, his set pieces were quality and say on the money. But yeah, tomorrow, obviously, we've got Croatia. Croatia, I think, peaked in 2018 at Russia, but now they've got some new players, the youngsters obviously coming through, and they've got the established couple of, because I looked at the squad today, they've got obviously Modric and the guy who made our lives miserable in 2018, Ivan Perisic. So, but one thing about tomorrow is that obviously don't focus on one player, but the key area in tomorrow's game is the midfield. Whoever controls midfield tomorrow controls the game. If we lose the battle in midfield, then we're going to struggle.
Which position or which line you are worried about England? Like defense, midfield, attacking midfield.
Yeah, I would say up front we're fine. We've got pace. We've got. I'll go through the positions. This is what the things that. Yeah.
Take your time.
Yeah. Up front, obviously, we've got chief marksman in Harry Kane, and we've got two good wide players in Grealish and Foden. The one thing that worries me is if Harry Kane, God forbid, gets injured, where the goal's going to come from. That worries me there. Midfield, Henderson's carrying an injury. He hasn't played for 3 months. So he's going to be off the pace. He might get found out. Okay, fair enough. They like him around the squad, etc. So Ward-Prowse should have been in there. So that's a slight worry in midfield. But going back to midfield and up front, Grealish has to be a starter. He causes trouble going down that left-hand side. Yeah. Going to defence, we're carrying another passenger in Harry Maguire. Doubt he'll be fit. He should have looked at another centre back maybe to take over Harry Maguire's. Full-backs, I mean, we've got a shopping trolley full of full-backs.
Yeah, this area.
Yeah, and but I think full-backs were pretty strong in terms of Trippier and obviously Luke Shaw as well. I think Luke Shaw has really improved as a player. He's a lot stronger now defensively, and going forward, we know what he can do. Centre of the defence slightly worries me a little bit.
Stones, I think Stones and sorry, this is in Arabic. Stones and Ben White.
Ben White, I think, but I think I would play Ben White next to Stones, because obviously Stones is a ball playing centre back. Yeah, Ben White, you a bit like midfield. You need your steely midfielder who wins the ball, knocks it forward, and also your playmaker in midfield. In the middle of the park, in middle of defence, you need in the modern game, you need your ball playing centre back, and you need your bit of steel who does the bread and butter stuff, wins the ball, gets the blocks in. So I think that's how you need to play there.
I'm worried about Rice and Phillips area, the defensive midfield.
Yes, that's another thing. If I was to, I would give Phillips a chance, because one thing about Phillips is he looks forward. Because if you've seen how Leeds have played this season, when Phillips wins the ball, he's going to look forward. He's not going to pass sideways. So, you know,
Okay, good point.
I would maybe consider, if he starts with Rice, then half time bring Phillips on, because he'll get it going forward.
But I think maybe the two of them, they will play.
Yeah, because Henderson's obviously not fit, is he? So yeah, it looks like So really, if you're doing that, then really you want Rice protecting your back for you, discipline, sitting there, and Phillips looking to get the ball forward.
Okay, this is the lineup from last friendly game before the Euro. So I supposedly this is what should be start tomorrow. So it's in Arabic. I will read it out.
No, that's go on.
Sam Johnson and the goalkeeper, Luke Shaw, Mings, Ben Waite, Ben Godfrey,
Ben Godfrey.
Phillips, James Ward, Marcus Rashford, Jack Grealish, John Sancho, and Harry Kane. What you will change in that?
Well, I will change in that. I think you need, obviously, need to bring Trippier in the back.
Trippier.
Trippier and Luke Shaw. You say it was Mings and who else? Ben White, wasn't it? Yeah,
Mings and Ben White.
In the middle of the park there, maybe bring Ben White in and Stones instead of Mings, because Mings doesn't convince me. He's looks a bit of a liability. And then play Phillips and Rice in the middle of the park, and then then obviously you've got to give Foden, and your front three should be Foden, Grealish, and Sancho in my. Foden, Kane, and Grealish. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, and if Foden doesn't, then bring Sancho in to swap either.
Okay. What about Rashford?
Rashford. Good point. I mean, I think only if Gareth decides to go maybe traditional 4-4-2, then Rashford could play behind Kane. But in a front three, then for me, the ideal front three is Kane, Grealish, and Foden, if he goes for a front three. So that's how I would do that. But obviously, we don't know till tomorrow what formation he's going to play.
What do you think? Who you think will be star of England this tournament?
Only one. Right. Okay. I'll hang me. I think, provided he stays fit, I'm going to say Grealish will, because Grealish is like has got that Gaza-esque. He and plus he's got a great football brain as well. He's a good team player. He'll bring the other. He'll see the situation, survey it, and then make the appropriate decision. Like I noticed that against Romania, he didn't do anything too stupid. It was positive, but he made sure he kept the play moving, brought others into play. So I think Grealish should there.
But do you think he been out for a long time in the last in the season?
Yes, he has. Yeah, obviously that. Yeah, I agree with you there. It is a good point. But if you can get start him and you get a good 70 odd minutes out of him, then hey, that's 70 minutes is enough to turn a game. So yeah, and then failing that, it'll probably be, I reckon Foden's got a chance to shine as well, because he's another good player. Because obviously, not forgetting, Phil Foden is under 17 World Cup winning captain for England as well. For those on here that might know that, but yeah.
Yeah, for the World Cup, you mean, for the youth? You think,
under 17. Yeah, he was the captain. I remember that, because a couple of players I remember. Obviously, there was Brewster, who went to Sheffield United, and obviously Foden, who was probably the only one out of that team who's gone on to, do something.
Very cool. So what we're gonna do? What do you think if we just go to the groups and quickly just say who you expect to qualify? And do you expect one of them to be the trophy holder?
Oh, right.
Okay, first group.
That's
who will be qualified?
Obviously Belgium, great quality in there, and I would say Denmark should get through because they've got some quality in there, and I would expect Russia might be in with a chance of the third place runner-up. Trophy holder, Belgium are in with a shout. But this is their last chance to win anything, because after this, then it's,
But if Hazard in his best state, I could say so. But
yeah, as in Eden Hazard, yeah. All right. No, all right. Well, from here, I would say obviously Italy to qualify. The Swiss will qualify because that's what they do. They're a strong enough side to qualify. And depending on how the results go today for them, I would expect Wales, maybe if they don't get to get the third place run up. In terms of trophy, from yesterday, Italy.
Could be,
yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Right. Yeah. Next. Oh, right. Ooh. The second group of death.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would say England definitely qualify. I would expect Croatia to get through to the next round, and obviously, so I'm allowed in Scotland next time I go on holiday. I'd expect Scotland to get through to the next round as well, because they're quite a well organised team, and they do battle. So that in terms of the trophy winners out of there. Sorry to everybody watching, but I don't see a trophy winner out of there.
Oh, so what about Fraser, our friend from Newcastle? Do you think he will do something?
I'll tell you what, I think he will. I think he'll be running around like next week's game. He'll be running around like something not right, because obviously if he's saying he's being fit, so he's because when you're injured for football, you can't play any football. You can't be injured for your club and fit for your country. That does not happen. So yeah, he'll probably be fit, and no doubt he'll either do something against us or whatever. But as long as he comes back with a better attitude for Newcastle, I couldn't care less. But if he's going to be sour face all the time, then bye toodles. bye.
All right. For the group, okay. Just a reminder, I'm wearing this shirt because this is the only one I found, and Brazil only to find in the closet, so I just wear it. Doesn't mean I support.
No.
I support England, of course.
But I have to call you Van Al Walid from now on, or Van Walid or something like that. Right. Anyway, out of here, yeah. I would expect Holland to qualify, and I'd also expect Austria to qualify. Austria are no mugs; they have some quality players. I mean, when they played England in the friendly, England were lucky to get a 1-0 win. That's what I will say. On another day, Austria could have put a couple past us. So yeah, and I would say trophy winners out of there, I'm going to go say Dutch. The Dutch have definitely got a chance out of there.
But I looked at the squad of Dutch. Yeah, not same surprise. No Van Persie, no Schneider, no the old gangs. It's like I just see Ronaldo. I just see Ronaldo and Debay. I don't think they are capable of going far.
And definitely no Van Basten. But if the Dutch don't do anything this tournament, they're definitely one to look at. Should they qualify for the World Cup? So yeah, so I mean, you never write off the Dutch there because they've always had quality sides.
And it's an opportunity for the unfamous players to get a chance.
To make, yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Oh, right. No, this isn't the group of death, is it? Is it the group of... No. Right, no, it's not. Out of here, I'd expect Spain to qualify, Poland to qualify, and I would say outside shout, I'd maybe Slovakia to go, because obviously they've, Martin Dubravka, of course, might get a few clean sheets for them.
Yeah, all the luck for him.
Yeah. And in terms of trophy winner, I'm going to say, Spain, maybe. But obviously, they've got COVID casualties at the minute, haven't they? Yeah, yes. I think one or two of the players have had to be set. People in the chat might correct me on this, but yeah, they've had a couple of sad. So Spain outside shout, but that's definitely who I see qualify, right? The next group is going to be the toughie.
Yeah, this is exactly. But for me, and before we go to this group, Spain, yeah, they are not that. Also, no Xavi, Iniesta.
Yeah. I mean, they're nowhere near that.
They have Biscuit. Yeah, they have Biscuit. They have some players. They can help the team.
Yeah.
Sometimes the youth players is a surprise. You don't know who's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always a surprise. Yeah, I think when you look at any World Cup or Euro Championship, there's always a surprise player who comes through. I'll give you an example. Italia 90, Salvatore Schillaci. Never heard of him, but he won the Golden Boot in that year. So
exactly, since last World Cup, things changed. Players changed.
I mean, it's been 3 years. So
So exactly. And I believe Sweden. You said Poland, but I believe Sweden. Sweden always surprised.
Yeah, they're usually. I mean, Swedish sides of the past, they've never been pretty to watch, but they've been well organized. I know they haven't got a Mr. Ibrahimovic there playing for them, but being that we know, all we've got to tell whoever plays Sweden, just go down the side crafts playing on, you'll be all right.
All right, now.
Oh, right, okay. Out of this, I'd expect the French, obviously the Portuguese, and I would say, obviously you don't write off the Germans, but the Germans may qualify as one of the best, third place losers. And in terms of trophy winners, I think obviously you don't write off the French, quality throughout. Monsieur Mbappe, Monsieur Griezmann, and obviously they have Lloris. And obviously Portugal are the defending champions, but I think now they are more than a one-man team. They have Bruno Fernandes, they have Bernardo Silva, and obviously Cancelo, Ruben Diaz. So they have they have quality all over the park. So one man will not dictate that what happens in that team. There's other players on there who can who are able to influence a match. So go on. Sorry,
no. For Portugal, I think Cristiano like to play this way. He's the striker. He's the striker, and the whole team just in service to him, to give him the balls and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
they respect.
They respect him. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Austin.
No. Go on. Sure.
No. You're the host, mate. You go on. Yeah, but what you were saying.
I mean, like in Juventus, he didn't play like what Zidane play with him in Real Madrid. So he's the striker, and he have young players like Gota from Liverpool, Bruno from Manchester United, Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. This is a strong line to play behind Cristiano. Not to mention Ruben Diaz, the surprise defense in the world now. Pepe, with all experience. So I think this is a strong line they have. So
absolutely, and obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is like what Alan Shearer used to be for us. He's like that for Portugal now. He's like their number 9. I mean, if you got to think about it, from his early days, he's a converted winger because he started as a winger, if you remember well, when he first went to Manchester United. And obviously, as he's got older, he doesn't quite have the legs now but then he has to play up front because he's stronger. He might not be as quick, but he's strong now. So as you say, everything, he's the focal point of the attack with other players joining him. So yeah, it's probably the strongest Portuguese side I've seen.
Yeah, and Bruno, and Bruno, he's a gift for any striker.
Absolutely, yeah, he is. And another thing about Bruno Fernandes is, I mean, obviously, like yourself, watch other football as well. He's a leader. Yeah. He doesn't have the armband, but he's a leader. When you see him playing for Man, he'll say, he talks, you go there, you go there. He's always
creative.
Yeah, creative, yeah. And he's also organizing, then you go there, watch him talking to his teammates. So he's got leadership qualities as well, which is something that the pundits don't probably pick up as much, but you see that when you're watching him play,
Yeah, so, and the passion. And sometimes the teams to stop, for example, Manchester United, they focus on Bruno Fernandes. If they stop him and make him injury and stuff, they are. It's easy for them to win when it's stop for Bruno when they stop.
Yeah.
Because I see Manchester United got the second position in Premier League only because Bruno, I believe, he's the one, as you said, coaching and organizing the mess in the Manchester United.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, okay, that's for Portugal. So what you say about Germany? Germany. They have Neuer, Hummels, Kimmich, Gundogan, Toni Kroos, Gnabry, Thomas Muller, Kai Havertz. I think this is Bayern Munich. It's just without Lewandowski.
Obviously, yeah. Most of it's obviously you've got was it one Manchester City, but a lot of it is Bayern Munich. I mean, Manuel Neuer, a quality keeper, one of the best sweeper keepers around. And then obviously they've got experience in Toni Kroos, Real Madrid World Cup winner. Thomas Muller can still do it. Okay, he might not be the player he was, but he's still, in my opinion, quality because obviously he's had a hand in winning another Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. Then obviously they've got a right blend of youth and experience there, and there's obviously Kimmich is. I mean, he's like a bull, isn't he? He's like, it's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator type, isn't he? In the middle of the park. I remember last season's was it Champions League when he took his top off? He's like, Terminator. So yeah,
all Bayern Munich player, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, they don't look like players. They look bodybuilders, don't they? They certainly put me to shame. But they're Germany will be strong because when it comes to big tournaments, you don't write off the Germans. That's all. That's a written law, a written saying that they will be there or thereabouts. They might not win it, but they'll be there or thereabouts. Because I'll tell you, give you an example. The 2002 World Cup, which Brazil won when Ronaldo scored 2, you probably remember it. Now, Germany weren't really pulling up any trees, but they got to the final. But it was just Ronaldo brilliance that beat them. So, Germany will be there or thereabouts. But in terms of the trophy winners in that group, I think you can't really see past France, Portugal favourites for trophy.
Yeah, we'll come to France, but I think the key is the chemistry between the team, the players. This is the key.
Yes.
And if we say England, France, Germany, Italy, Portugal, they are all great. They have the most number 1 rated team players in the world.
Yeah.
But when it comes to play together, the chemistry is the key thing. So this is what I'm worried about regarding England.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Portugal have the chemistry, because
Yes.
it's obvious they are building the team for Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe. This lineup I see. Germany, as we said, it's Bayern Munich, just 2 players maybe from outside of 3.
Yeah. But
So
chemistry
chemistry is the key. So
Yeah.
what do you think of this?
Yes. That's the French team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the French team.
Yeah.
Lloris, Lucas Hernandez, Varane, Bavard, Kanté, Pogba, the Griezmann, Mbappe. So I believe this is the team who got the World Cup.
Yeah. I mean, it's practically the same team as the world that won the World Cup. Yeah. I mean, there's that team. You look at that team and you think, one word: quality. And as you say, chemistry. They know each other's games. There's partnerships there. Oh, somebody else coming in?
No, it's me.
I thought I'm seeing double. It's 2 Waleeds. You've got a twin brother. All right.
No, that's okay. Mistake.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No problem. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the battle, obviously, Lloris, he hasn't had the best of times this season, but still, you don't become a bad keeper overnight. At the back, we all know what Pavard can do. I mean, that goal he scored in the World Cup was absolute quality. Middle of the park, Pogba starting to show how good he really is towards the end of the season with Manchester United there. And obviously up front, you know, you can go on and on about Mbappe. Mbappe is, you know, that you're looking at a future Ballon d'Or winner. There's the heir to the throne of Messi and Ronaldo. You know, he is probably a nightmare to play against because of his movement. His movement is quality, and you, as a centre back or a full back, even, you have to be on your game to spot that. But you know, that's quality in that team, and you've got to put them as hot favourites to win it, because obviously since the World Cup they've started to build momentum to become one of the best teams.
So, how many champions you see in the group?
2, number 1 and number 4.
Okay. So Germany, no.
Nah. I think they'll fall. They'll go far, but they'll fall short. But if Germany win it, then I will wear a German top next time I'm on your show.
Okay, that's it.
No, I won't. No,
that's
I won't.
it.
I'll have my windows put out. No.
All right. So that was the teams.
Yeah.
All the luck for England to win this Euro. Hopefully.
Yeah. I'll just like to add, وليد. I, for one, would be happy for England if they ended up, you know, if Jordan Henderson, whoever's got the armband out there, is lifting up the trophy. But at the same time, I feel as football fans, we're realistic, we're not delusional. So, you know, we have to look at reality as well. Yes, we'd love it, you know, but let's not be delusional. We know what we've got, and we know what the quality. We're up against some quality teams, you know.
I see it's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
To rehearse or practice for the World Cup.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because let's back 4 years ago, or 5, when Portugal went against France.
Yes.
It was a shame for France. They lost the final.
Yeah.
But France didn't panic. They continued the coach. They practiced more. And 2 years later, they get to the World Cup.
Yeah. And they deserved winners at the end of the day, you know. They were up. I mean, it was this is that obviously Rakitic and Modric there. Yeah.
So what do you expect for tomorrow for England and Croatia.
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 Croatia. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. First group game gonna be tight, but being that so keep myself in, I'm gonna go 2-1 England. 2-1. I'll pick straight back 2-1 England. If it's any more than that, then way.
Scotland.
Scotland. Oh, again, that is going to be like a derby game, وليد.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You could be. It's going to be like a Newcastle Sunderland type game. So
yeah, or here in Saudi, like Saudi and Emirates, or Saudi and Bahrain or Kuwait.
Similar sort of game like that. What could we call it? A cross-border derby. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Cross-border derby. And again, I think it's going to be a tight game. Scotland are really going to be up for it because it's it's a derby type game. But again, I'm going to go 2-0 England.
Oh,
just like 1996.
All right, and the Czech last game.
Czech Republic. I don't know too much about the Czech Republic. I know they've got obviously Souček, but I think it's quite an aging team now, isn't it? So, I mean, the Czech Republic aren't the Czech Republic that probably you and I remember, likes of Nedved and people like that. So, I think England to win that. Again, I'll go 2-0. 2-0 England to win that.
Okay, so
not too high, not too low.
Yeah, great. Name 2 national team to win the Euro. Only 2.
Only 2. Who I think will win the Euro.
Yeah.
This is like hot favorites. Right. I'm gonna say France and Italy.
France and Italy. 2000.
Yeah.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, when Trezeguet scored, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that was my first final for Euro I watched.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, 96, I was aware, but we didn't have, I think, the channel yet.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
There was no internet and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, sometimes I wish there was no internet to dominate our lives at times, but no, only joking.
Yeah, but I remember.
If there's no internet, then we can't realize, but no, I'm only joking. Yeah, go on.
I remember my father said, when I asked him, not my father, I think my uncle.
Yeah.
He said, Germany win and Berhoff, he's the one who done with it. So I think he watched it somehow. He was older, so for me, I was 10 years or 9 years old. So yeah, I remember that. And I just happened to watch it last night. Some old games. They play the Berhoff goals. It was amazing.
Yeah. It was a golden goal as well, wasn't it? That won that Berhoff.
Yeah, it was the golden goal. Exactly.
Golden goal. Yeah.
All right. So now, little skip from Euro.
Yeah.
Let's move to. You want the takeover, or you want to talk about Copa a little bit? What do you think?
I'll tell you what. Take over first, and then the Copa because
okay. Nick DiMarco just posted this.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Look, it looks like the view from his hotel room or something like that, or from his apartment, ocean, sea. All right, it's black and white, but that's what it looks like. Windows with the roof and
some. I think I have a problem with the sound.
Yeah.
You hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, yeah, I'm hear you well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will try just to fix it. Just a second.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to fix it. That's okay.
Sorry, with me being so loud, you don't need a volume.
Some tweet or replay. They saying this is master and Hoffman from the prison, the drawing from inside.
Yeah.
And someone posted something very interesting.
Yeah,
Let
go
me
on.
read it quickly.
Yeah.
He said, "This is a window of opportunity." What is window of opportunity? A window of opportunity is a short, often fleeting time period during which a rare and desired action can be taken. Once the window closes, the opportunity may never come again. In competitive market with many participants seeking to maximize tangible or intangible value for their constituents,
Constituents.
whether owners or other shareholders, employees, perhaps their community, the window will shut fat as soon as a good deal is recognized. What do you think? This is deep thinking from fan.
Yeah, it's I think obviously the window of opportunity is both in the sense that yeah, there you go. That's a window. There's your opportunity. Now, in terms of for us, basically the Premier League have obviously been had till 5 o'clock or something yesterday to provide their side of it. I don't know what happened. So in order to defend themselves, that's their sort of window of opportunity yesterday. Yeah. Now I don't know what's happened. So if the Premier League have missed that opportunity, then all being well, that helps to push our case further forward for the green light to be given. And Ashley toodaloo,
But are you familiar with this term?
Yes, it often gets mentioned in the media. You often hear it, a window of opportunity. When you listen to the English news, etc. That term does get used a lot. Yeah, I am familiar with it. Yeah, a window of opportunity. You could look at a chance.
So what do you think the message?
Window. The answer is I haven't got a clue what that means. It's just like a black and white crayon drawn to me. I mean, obviously, window opportunity. That's all I can glean off that. If I'll be honest.
I misread actually, but this is it should mean something. So I heard. So we all heard that Premier League is trying to make a private of the court. I asked Iceman last night on the show. He said they can't do that. Can they?
What the Premier League do out of court settlement? Is that what you're getting at? Yeah, like out of court, settle it out of court.
No, not the settling.
No,
I mean not settlement. I mean they want to make the anti-competitive law case private, not public hearing domain.
Private hearing. I get what you mean, not a public hearing. To be honest, I don't know. I would have thought once it's set in stone that it's a public hearing, that I don't think they can change it. Because if they're trying to make it private, all I can think of, they're hiding something. They don't, the old term, dirty laundry in public. They don't want to display their dirty laundry in public. Not that I want to see that dirty laundry, but they.
No, we want to see.
but no, I think all parties involved have a right to know what is going on, how our national game is being run. So to their private hearing, basically public hearing. Public hearing. So let the truth should come out. A case of be a man and tell it like it is. Don't hide. Foxes hide, mice hide. Don't be a mice. Be a lion and come out and face the public. Don't be a mouse or a fox.
Exactly, because regarding separation, everything exposed. Regarding piracy, everything right or wrong or exposed. So what about transparency? The transparency, it should be. Should we have it after this long waiting? We're waiting more than 1 year. We did the very hard job waiting. It's very hard time on all the fans.
Absolutely.
So the transparency with Chionora, Ian from the parliament members, they should, it's we should have the transparency by now. So now we want to make it private. This is really fishy, fishy instincts. And as you said,
that's me being me, Waleed. That's what I think, But obviously, I didn't want to be too offensive on here because obviously, but that's my thing. But hopefully, well done to. I don't know if he'll be watching, but well done to NCSL and Mr. Keith Patterson. What a man with a great heart. Who's got a great heart in the end, on the inside, and he wants the best. And I hope we get closure and we can move forward. I mean, what gets me is, I know there's this separation thing, but other takeovers are like zoop straight through. Ours is like, a centipede trying to run a 100-meter race, So, ours has been so slow. So, but yeah, as I say, I mean, all I say is, what do I know? All I can go off is what's gone in the media, and like all of that, not just the 52,000 that go into St. James's, but the global fan base. I hope it's resolved, and then we get our club back. End of. So that's all I can see on the takeover. Other than that, it has been tiring, and it has been tiring, and it hasn't been fair in terms of what it's done to, in dividing the fan base, etc. I do not like, because I've seen there's been some toxic stuff on Twitter. I don't like that. As a fan base, we should be, when Newcastle United on the pitch, we should be united off the pitch together, watching each other's back. Don't have a go at each other. Don't, grab each other by the, troll each other, etc. Be nice, be kind, We don't know anything. The only people who know anything are those that are in the courtroom, that are going to be in the courtroom going through the tribunal, and those that have seen the documentation. Yeah, so that's my thought. That's my thoughts on the takeover. And obviously, I want what every other fan wants, that it goes through and that we can build our club back up and, challenge the corrupt six, and basically when it goes through, we can just go to you lot.
Anyway. That's we're gonna YouTube will shut us down.
Yeah. Sorry, YouTube. Yeah.
I hope they will miss that.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
That's okay.
Yeah. It just, I'm letting out a bit of this here, but yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, really, it was a great, massive job from Keith Patterson.
Yeah, and, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. It's much appreciated, and hopefully it will help us more, a lot more in the Newcastle takeover.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
just another thing. He's done it because he wants to do it from the inside. He doesn't. Nobody said to him to do it, but he feels he has to do something. And all I'll say is, good on the man for doing that, for taking that step. So yeah, absolutely. He's got respect from me. He's got total respect from me, and obviously all the other fans who are, well behind him. But yeah, so go Keith Patterson. End of. Yeah, go on. Next subject.
What do you think happened next week?
I can see that we've got them on the rope. Yeah. I expect the Premier League again, obviously, who knows? But I expect the Premier League to cave in, and that they say, you know what? I think we better we better give the green light here. So I expect the Premier League to cave in big style, because what you have to remember is, if you look at the business side of things, that if Premier League, if the body is exposed of malpractice, bad practices, then that is not good for brand Premier League, and even the sponsors will look very warily if any bad. They will not want bad publicity out of this. So I think they'll cave in and say, right, let it go through. Yeah, so that's what
hopefully for anyone, of course, that want more information, just watch the last episode of Fab Four, and I was honored and lucky to be there. Last night.
Yeah, nice people, very nice people. Yeah.
All right, so now let's move. Talk a little bit about Copa America. Just in. But let's see this question. If you can help me here.
Yeah, I can.
وليد, do you Ken Gallagher?
Ken means, do you know Hughie Gallagher?
No.
No, all right. He was, number 9 has always been iconic shirt for Newcastle United. Malcolm McDonald, people like that. But before before Jackie Milburn, he was the superstar in the number 9 shirt.
I know Gallagher. Yeah, I read his name. Yeah, I saw his photo.
Hughie Gallagher.
Black and white.
Yeah. Black and white. That's it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The wee Scot lad, the best centre forward Newcastle ever had. If he doesn't score a goal, then we will put him on the dole. We will send him back to Scotland.
Yeah. So basically, do you know? I think must have been a terrorist chant at the time or something that when Hughie Gallagher played that. But Hughie Gallagher, the wee Scots lad, the best centre forward Newcastle ever had. If he doesn't score a goal, then we'll put him on the dole and we'll send him back to Scotland. Must be some sort of, because obviously before our times, وليد. So
Yeah. So do you think when last time England and Scotland play? Do you recall?
Last time England Scotland played
in the Euro, of course.
In the Euros, it was 1990. No. It was obviously 1996, and then in 1999 they had a playoff game over 2 legs, and it was Kevin Keegan was in charge of England, was the England manager, and Scotland won. We went through because Scotland beat us at Wembley because Don Hutchinson, who used to play for West Ham and Sunderland, he scored 2. So that the 1999 playoff was the last time Euros. Yeah, and I know we played them in a World Cup qualifier, but in the Euros it was 1999 for the Euro playoff. But in the competition itself, obviously you've got to go back to 1996 when Paul Gascoigne scored that goal.
Speaking of Scotland,
go on.
I watched some shows and some show called The English Game. They're talking about FA Cup, how it started.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. Yes, very good.
It's a great show. 6 episodes only, but it's talking about how FA started. It was very nice thing.
Yeah.
And the FA president, it was the goalkeeper of high profile team. From the elite, from the. It was nice.
It was. I suppose when you look at that series, وليد, I don't know which episode it was where the Scots guy who's the good player and everything, where the guy
that's why I was to ask you.
Yeah, if you think about it, that's got a lot of issues related to now. So this poaching of players has always been there, but obviously back then it was definitely a game for the people. It was something they all look forward to, and which obviously now football's totally different now. It's not quite game of the people as much now as it was back then. Yeah, so it's a very true to life and a very frank account of how football life was back in.
Yeah, it was about the greed. Maybe the old greedy 6 before. There were greedy 6 before.
There was, because it was actually a bunch of rich men running the game. FA headquarters in London. So it's a lot of connotations of that series apply to now. You can relate to
there was a takeover there. No.
Oh yes, there was a takeover there. Yeah.
I brought this up because I read. I like the show, so I read more about it. I want to ask of course you have idea. Since England, it was the source of the football. Why Scotland back then they have the good players?
Back then,
Yeah.
Are you talking about as in the time of the program? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a multitude of things. I think the way they thought about the game, they and also maybe they practiced more, thought more about it. It'd be a multitude of factors, you know. Whereas England were, if you look at that game, they didn't really have an idea of tactics. Whereas that Scots guy who comes down,
Shooter the shooter.
He has played in an organised league up there. I think is he from Partick or something. So the game's probably more organised at that time up there than it was down here. So that's probably because you see that you're thinking, well, obviously with him being professional, when you see it in the first episode, I think the way he talks to them, you think, that's tactics. He's talking tactics.
In the show, they make him a striker, but in reality, he was a defender.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
interesting. Yeah. So it's recommended to everyone to watch it. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I've definitely watched it. Yeah, all those in the chat, definitely. If you haven't watched it, check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Great. So my friend here said, Hussein, he said, وليد. Okay, what Hussein? I know this is what else. Maybe problem with the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
So last few minutes, we'll quickly on the Copa. Are you a fan of Copa?
Copa America? Yeah, it's all right. It's I've watched. I think I can't remember what year it was. I watched one where I think Chile won it one year when they beat Argentina on penalties. So obviously.
Yesterday, I will show you a clip from yesterday. But I want to ask you. You know how many teams will qualify from each group?
Yeah, 4.
You know. It was hilarious. Let's play it. I have it here.
With Dom. Yeah, go on, put it on. Yeah.
Guess how many teams will be qualified ahead? What do you think?
Well, Brazil, of course.
Yeah, how many teams will be qualified from each group?
I've got no idea.
4.
4?
Yeah.
What's the point?
4. No. I was just looking into this. They are going to be 4. They will. 4.
There's only 2 drop out.
It was funny because he been checked twice. He's checked it twice. 4. 4.
Even, to be honest, that's something new I learned yesterday as well. That's going to be 4. But I suppose with the number of teams involved, it's. I mean, the Euros was like that. If you remember, now I know we're up to 24, but they only used to be 2 groups. Then they'd go to the last 8, and then so Euros were on a small scale before we got to what we've got now. So I'm actually, if I'll be honest with you, just to reiterate what the Iceman said yesterday, Brazil don't excite like they used to. Because I remember the time from 1982 when they had Zico, Socrates, Ed Junior, Eder, and they were exciting to watch. It was I'll use the word champagne football, entertaining football. Even the team under Ronaldo, as in the original Ronaldo, R9, that team was great to watch, entertaining. Now they ain't that entertaining to watch. In fact, if I look out for a team, it'll be Nobby, due to the Newcastle connection. It'll be Peru, Nobby Solano's Peru. I hope they do well. I think they'd probably be more exciting to watch than.
Yeah, before. It's the money thing. Now when I play Brazilian, they always skilled and have talent in early age. So when he's 19, 20, he got to Europe by many millions. So that usually he's very young for that, and that's why some like Alexander Bato, Rubinho, the end, Ronaldinho even, they are ending quickly, their career. So I think this is one of the reason.
Yeah.
Beside, most of them play in Europe. They get affected by Europe style. When they come back to Brazilian team, it's different. Way. So
They don't play. They don't. That naturalness goes. I think when they go to Europe, they become more constrained. You know, they're not allowed to express themselves. So Samba style finishes when they go to Europe. It's our style now.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So someone explained to me before, it's the south of South America and north of North America. That's why it's two group. I understand that, but I don't understand from each group. It's too much.
Obviously you've only got 10 teams, 2 groups, so that'll be your group stage. Each team will have 4 games, and then, but I think it's just a number due to it is what it is basically. So
they want to give opportunity even for number 4 in the group to win or reach final.
I mean, who have we got? I mean, obviously I see Brazil.
Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela. Second
Venezuela.
group, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay.
So we'll have Miggy will be playing as well, and Miggy will be in there as well. Yeah,
and Joe Linton, no.
Joe Linton, he might even score a goal. No, but Joe Linton. The answer is no. You got more chance of was it Joe Pasquale playing for Brazil than Joe Linton probably? But
So I'm not gonna say 4. Just name 4 teams or 2 teams. 2 teams can win
the Copa.
Beside Brazil and Argentina.
Right. I'm going to say Uruguay and Colombia. That those 2 obviously in with a shout. I know Chile weren't bad at one time, but I don't know how good they are now because obviously I'm.
Some teams, you're saying Chile.
Yeah,
they have good chemistry.
That's important. Yeah, well, that's it. It's a team game at the end of the day. Yeah.
Sanchez, Vargas, and Valdir. I don't know. I forget the number 10 from Chile. But now I think they getting. I think they are retired or away from. Okay, so tonight I have tonight I have another show. This Arabic version of نيوكاسل وليد. معانا طبعا دور الصور معليش معانا صديقنا عبد الباسط والصديق وجدي من تونس. معانا اليوم للحديث عن بطولة أوروبا وطبعا أكيد نيوكاسل وآخر الأخبار. That was all with our friend Daniel. Thank you. We are honored.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure being on the show, mate, and pleasure to talk to you. And I do apologize for the antics before. I didn't mean to offend anybody. If anybody got offended, no. I mean, I did get a bit out of hand there, but I thought I'll apologize if it caused any offense. I don't mean no. Just on here for a good time. Thank you very much, وليد, and I look forward to meeting you again on future Match Day Lives and also here, hopefully. So thank you very much for having me on. Nice one. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, and good luck for England to win, and hopefully it's the trophy of Europe coming home, England, and hopefully the takeover and the trophy of Premier League coming home, Newcastle.
Absolutely. Can't argue with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Daniel, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.